In this video, we are going to explore Newton's third law of motion, which states that when two objects interact, the forces that they exert on each other are both equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. This is a fundamental principle in physics, and the definition can be used directly in exams, so it is worth remembering accurately. The word equal in this context refers to the magnitude, or strength, of the forces involved. Meanwhile, the term opposite refers to the direction in which these forces act. To illustrate this, imagine that you are pushing a box with a force of 100 newtons. According to Newton's third law, the box will exert an equal force of 100 newtons back on you. However, the directions of these two forces are exactly opposite. The force you apply goes forward, while the force from the box acts back on you. The force that the box exerts on you is specifically known as the normal contact force. Now, here is where things get interesting. This interaction could result in either you or the box moving, depending on the masses involved. If the box is quite small and light, it is more likely that the box will move when you push it. This is because it has less mass and therefore requires less force to accelerate. On the other hand, if the box is very large and heavy, it may remain stationary, and if you try to push it quickly, you might end up being the one who moves backwards. This occurs because, even though the forces are equal, your body might accelerate more due to having a smaller mass compared to the massive box. You have probably experienced this yourself. Think about a time when you pushed against a wall or jumped off the ground. Even though you applied a force to the wall or the floor, it was you who moved, not the wall or the earth. This is the same principle in action. It is important to note that the movement does not always have to be entirely one-sided. If the box is of a moderate size, then both you and the box might move slightly. Perhaps you get pushed back a little while the box moves forward somewhat. This interaction still follows Newton's third law perfectly. To summarize this concept, you do not need to know all the complex details about which object will move more or less. However, in general terms, it helps to consider Newton's second law of motion, which states that force is equal to mass multiplied by acceleration. Written as an equation, that is, force equals mass times acceleration. If we rearrange this equation to solve for acceleration, we see that acceleration equals force divided by mass. This shows us that the same force will cause more acceleration in an object with a smaller mass. So, when two objects exert equal and opposite forces on each other, the one with the smaller mass will usually move more as a result. That concludes everything we wanted to cover in this video. If you found this explanation helpful or informative, please consider subscribing, and we look forward to seeing you again next time.